channel. If you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, I'll be following Tiffany Jones. I keep want to call her Tiffany Jade. Her name's not Tiffany Jade. I probably got that from somewhere else. But anyways, I'll be following a Tiffany Jones makeup tutorial. Spoiler alert, this is how it turned out. I look great and it matches my nails. I just never realized it matches my nails. But anyways, so yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, see y'all in the video. Okay, so I have the video put up right here on my laptop. I'm just gonna start what she does for skincare and like the makeup part. I know she did like a hair sponsorship, so I'm gonna skip that part and just start with the skincare and makeup. So yeah.
Before I get into like foundation and everything like that, I definitely want to go in with some skincare. So I'm going to be using the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum first. I'm so in love with this stuff and I love using it like before I do my makeup. So I'm going to apply that first. I'm then going to go in with some eye cream. This one's also from Peach and Lily. It's their red and...
Okay, so she started off with like a face serum. I already had like some type of moisturizer on already, but she used the Peach and Lily face serum. The closest face serum I have is the Fourth Ray Beauty turmeric. If it will focus. Yeah, the turmeric one. So I'm just gonna use that instead.
and Lily, it's their retinoic eye cream. I'm going to use a little bit of that on the under eyes and just make sure to tap it in. Sometimes I'd be like rubbing my under eyes like when I'm applying eye cream, but you're really supposed to like tap it in, so just make sure to do that instead of like rubbing it in.
Okay, and then she ended up using an eye cream by Peach and Lily. I don't have any eye creams with me. I need to go buy some more actually, so I'm just going to skip that step for now and see what else she uses.
And then for moisturizer, I'm using e.l.f.'s Holy Hydration Moisturizer. This is the one with SPF. Love this stuff as well. It's very hydrating. I enjoy the consistency of this moisturizer too. It feels like very like thick and luxurious, and we love that for our skin. So we are all set to apply primer now. I'm using Urban Decay's All Nighter Primer. Imagine like the All Nighter setting spray, but in a primer.
Okay, and then the last step she used is e.l.f. Was a e.l.f. moisturizer balm, face balm thing with sunscreen. The closest thing I have to that is between the CeraVe Daily Lotion Moisturizer or the Pond's Daily Moisturizer, the 24-hour moisturizer. So I'll probably just go with the Pond's instead of the CeraVe, because it kind of has like that similar white. They're both white, but like I feel like this fits better with her skincare that she did in the video. And she doesn't show how much she uses, so I'm just gonna use like a dime size and just like rub it all over. I know she focused more on like the lower half of her face and like her nose area, so I'm just gonna do that. I might put the rest on my forehead so my forehead won't be dry. So far I feel very like hydrated and moisturized. I don't feel like very like sticky, so that's a good thing. So let's just move on to see what she does with the makeup.
Primer basically is kind of like what it's giving. I like the fact that it's a gel formula as well too, so it just blends like really well into the skin. It doesn't like mess with my my skincare products. This one seems to like work really well with everything. But yeah, definitely a really good primer, especially if you're looking for one that's gonna like hold on to your makeup for a while. Been loving this one from Urban Decay. And then for foundation, I've been loving Danessa Meyer.
Okay, so for primer, she used the Urban Decay All Nighter Primer. I don't have that, but I have the spray version of the Urban Decay, but she used a primer, so I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer instead, and kind of mimic that one. And again, she doesn't show how much she used, so I'm just gonna take like about this much. Okay, so that's done. I know she's very into like skincare. I noticed when I watch her videos, she's very much into skincare, so that's good. I don't feel dry or anything. So let's move on to foundation.
My my skincare products, this one seems to like work really well with everything. But yeah, definitely a really good primer, especially if you're looking for one that's gonna like hold on to your makeup for a while. Been loving this one from Urban Decay. And then for foundation, I've been loving Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation. I'm using shade 15N, but the shade is a little bit too light for me. I need to go to Sephora and pick up a deeper shade because like I got my tan going on now. Like it's getting hot outside and the sun is just shining and doing its thing. So I've been mixing it with other foundations to deepen it up a little bit more. So I'm mixing that with Huda Beauty's Faux Filter Foundation. For concealer, I'm using one from Makeup Forever. This is like one of my favorite concealers of all time. It's their Matte Velvet Skin Concealer.
Okay, so she has 2 foundations. She used the Huda Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I think that's the foundation. And then she used the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation. I don't have either of those, but I do have like 2 skin tint foundations. And then I have my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So I'm just gonna go in with my Urban Decay one. Not Urban Decay, what am I talking about? The Maybelline New York and Dream Urban Cover skin tint. And then I'm gonna get my NYX and be right. Okay, so I got the 2 foundations, the NYX and the Dream Cover, and I'm just gonna put these on. While I was getting the foundation, I ended up wetting my sponges too, because I don't know if she used them wet or dry or both. So I just kind of wet them, and I have some dry sponges too, just in case she uses the dry. But I'm just gonna mix these 2 and put them on. Okay, so I have the foundation on. I'm gonna see what she does next for the concealer part.
Concealer, I'm using one from Makeup Forever. This is like one of my favorite concealers of all time. It's their Matte Velvet Skin Concealer, and I'm using shade 4.1. I've been trying to kind of like calm down when it comes to concealer, because I feel like it's like the one point in like my makeup routine where I'm just like, girl, that's enough. Like you don't need to use as much. So I've been like trying to do my best to just focus it on the inner portion.
Okay, so she uses the Makeup Forever concealer, and she applies it with a brush. So I don't have the Makeup Forever one, but I do have my LA Girls Pro Concealer in Chestnut. So I'm just gonna kind of mimic what she does. She takes the concealer and she drags it down the side of her nose and just like branch it out like a little bit. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it out with this brush. She uses like a Real Techniques brush. I don't have any of the brush she has, so I'm just gonna use that. And then she turned around and used her sponge to kind of like smooth everything out. So I'm gonna go do that. Okay, so I have blended out the concealer and everything, so I'm just gonna see what she does next.
Of the under eyes, because that's pretty much where I prefer most of the coverage anyway, and I just blend from there basically. So I also like to use a brush and a sponge to blend out my concealer. Since I use the sponge for my foundation, I kind of use that side to help blend all of the edges and make sure everything is, you know, nice and smooth and transitioning well and all that other stuff. And then I'm gonna go in with my cream contour. I'm using Huda Beauty's Tantour Bronzing and Contouring Cream in shade Medium. I'm just gonna add that to the forehead, cheekbones, a little on the nose, nothing crazy. For bronzing and blush, these days I like to use like a cream or like a liquid form of it first before I go in with like my powdered bronzer and blush, because I feel like it just helps, you know, make those things last a little bit longer. But yeah, liquid blush is
okay. So for like contour, she uses the Huda Beauty Contour, I think. I don't have that, but I do have my Putty Bronzer. I know it's a bronzer, but I'm just going to use it as a contour because it's kind of deep enough to be a contour. I was going to use my LA Girls Pro Concealer, the last shade, the dark one, as the contour, but that's way too dark. So I'm just going to use this instead. And then she takes it on a brush. So honestly, I'm just going to use the same brush I used the concealer for, just to do the contour. Okay, so I look crazy, but here's the like contour and everything. I really like this bronzer contour thing. I haven't used it since I think earlier this year. But yeah, let's move on and see.
I'm using Huda Beauty's Tantour Bronzing and Contouring Cream in shade Medium. I'm just gonna add that to the forehead, cheekbones, a little on the nose, nothing crazy. For bronzing and blush, these days I like to use like a cream or like a liquid form of it first before I go in with like my powdered bronzer and blush, because I feel like it just helps, you know, make those things last a little bit longer. But yeah, liquid blush is from Rare Beauty. It's their Soft Pinch blush, and it's like that hot pink shade.
Okay, so for blush, I look insane. But anyway, so for blush, she uses the Rare Beauty liquid blush. Again, I don't have the liquid blush, but I do have like a drugstore brand that do sell liquid blush, and it's the Milani Cheek Kiss liquid blush in Berry Smooch. And then again, she uses a brush. So I'm going with that same brush I used to do the concealer and the bronzer. And what she did was she took it and she like kind of like did like that in the center. Like that, and she kind of just blends it out. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. So I think this is good enough for the blush. I don't want to overdo it because again, we are going over like with powder and stuff, and I don't want to lose the contour that we already built. But I don't think it should be okay. I don't think she placed it anywhere else, but if she does, I will, you know, fix it. But let's move on.
Everything with powder. This Dermablend powder is a vibe, guys. If you haven't tried it, definitely check it out if you're in the markets for a new setting powder. I feel like it's somewhat slept on as well, but it just smooths out the skin really well. It's definitely like a translucent powder, so it's not going to change the color of your foundation or your concealer or whatever what have you, which is one of the main reasons why I love it so much. But it also just makes the skin look absolutely flawless. So definitely check this one out if you're in the markets for a new setting powder. This one from Dermablend is really amazing, and I've been using it for years. The bronzer that I'm using today is from Colored Rain. I haven't used this one.
Okay, so for powder, she uses the Dermablend one. I don't have that, but I do have my Laura Mercier, or Mercier, however you say it, powders, and it's in translucent like the Dermablend one. So I'm just gonna use that, and she mainly put it like in her inner face, so like the chin, this part, and like everywhere else. She didn't put none on the outer side, so I'm just gonna go do that real quickly. Okay, and she used like a flat brush, so I have a brush similar to hers, and I'm just gonna take that on with the powder. So So I blended everything out with the powder and it looks pretty good so far. I'm just waiting for what she does next with everything else, but so far everything's looking pretty good. I don't want to like put the powder on the outer portions of my forehead. I'm trying to keep it in the center because it looks like that's where she has it, so I want to make sure everything looks exactly like hers, but or at least try to look similar. But let's see what she does next.
I don't think, but this one's in shade Cinnabe. I love the color green bronzers. They're so good. The shade Cinnabe is like my favorites of the bunch. It has like this perfect like amount of warmth to it, but it's not like orange or too red. It's perfect. So using that for bronzer, I'm going to use a little bit of powder foundation today as well from Fenty. I'm using 2 shades. I'm using 370 to set like the rest of my face, kind of like the foundation. It's going to help make sure that the bronzer also transitions well into like the areas that are highlighted with concealer. I'm also using a little bit of powder foundation on the under eyes, which is kind of like
so for bronzer, she uses the Colored Rain in Cinnabe. The only bronzer I have is the Essence Matte Bronzing Palette, and it looks like she took the darkest color. I don't know if it's like a complete palette like this or it's like a single thing, but I'm just gonna take these 2 colors, the darkest 2 out of the whole pan, and use that as my bronzer. And again, she uses a brush, and I use a brush as for my bronzer, so I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Okay, so everything is bronzed up, and I'm gonna see what she does next.
Using that for bronzer, I'm going to use a little bit of powder foundation today as well from Fenty. I'm using 2 shades. I'm using 370 to set like the rest of my face, kind of like the foundation. It's going to help make sure that the bronzer also transitions well into like the areas that are highlighted with concealer. I'm also using a little bit of powder foundation on the under eyes, which is kind of like a
Okay, so not blush, but apparently she used 2 Fenty foundation, like matte powder foundations. I don't have that, but I do have my bronzing palette, and I'm gonna use the 2, maybe like this one and this one, kind of like as like the brightening ones that she did. So I'm just gonna do like just like that probably, and I'm gonna take it on like this kind of like tapered brush. So I'm just gonna do like, I don't know, like, oh yeah, maybe like this one on like the inner portions, and then the darker one on the outer. That seems to make more sense. So
I'm going to do a little bit of baking using Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. Typically, I would bring my bake outward onto the under eyes to brighten that area as well. But since we already have that powder foundation there, I'm going to keep this bake on just on the sides of the nose and the bridge of the nose.
okay, so she uses the Huda Beauty powder. Again, I don't have the Huda Beauty powder, but I'm gonna go back in my Laura Mercier powder, and she says she's gonna bake under her nose, well, not under her nose, on the sides of her nose and like on the bridge part. So I'm just gonna do that and see how that works. So I'm gonna take my powder sponge, and I'm just gonna go in to the powder like that, and then I'm going on both sides, and then I'm gonna take like a brush to do the bridge.
I'm going to do a little bit of baking using Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. Typically, I would bring my bake outward onto the under eyes to brighten that area as well. But since we already have that powder foundation there, I'm going to keep this bake on just on the sides of the nose and the bridge of the nose.
Okay, so I did the baking of the nose. It looks crazy for right now, but I think it will work out. I'm not good at contouring my nose, even though that's like the best part for me to do. Like out of all my makeup routine is contouring my nose, because I can make it like smaller or bigger, or the nostrils smaller or bigger. So it's really interesting. So I would love to see what she does next. So
I've definitely been going for more of like a snatched brow these days. So I'm going to be using the KVD Beauty brow pomade in shade medium brown to fill them in. And then for brow gel, I'm using one from Huda Beauty. This is like a microfiber brow gel, and it's also in shade medium brown. This eye look is super easy, but I love the fact that it's really vibrant and just kind of super fun and perfect for the summertime. So I went ahead and did one eye off camera, so I'm going to go ahead and start the other one off using a base. I'm actually using
for brows, she uses the Kat Von D brow pomade. Everybody's been like, so far out of like all the videos I follow, everybody been using brow pomades. I don't know, I guess because like the summertime or whatever, but I'm just gonna use my pencil from Morphe because my brow pomade has been dried out. But yeah, and then she goes over it with like a eyebrow like that adds hairs to your eyebrows. I forgot what it's called, but like, you know, the little thing. Anyway, so I'm just gonna take my Morphe eyebrow pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse, and I'm gonna do my brows really quickly and go over with the the Make Me Brow Gel Mascara. This is by Essence. She used the two from Huda Beauty. So
I've definitely been going for more of like a snatched brow these days. So I'm going to be using the KVD Beauty brow pomade in shade medium brown to fill them in. And then for brow gel, I'm using one from Huda Beauty. This is like a microfiber brow gel, and it's also in shade medium brown. This eye look is super easy, but I love the fact that it's really vibrant and just kind of super fun and perfect for the summertime. So I went ahead and did one eye off camera, so I'm going to go ahead and start the other one off using a base. I'm actually for this one's from Colored Rain. I'm not entirely sure what the shade name is, but I'll make sure to put it down below in the description box. We want this eye look to be super vibrant and pigmented, so having that base underneath is going to make sure that eyeshadow pops.
okay, so the start of the eyeshadow, she uses a cream blush, again by Colored Rain. I don't have that cream blush she's using, but I do have my Milani blush, liquid blush, and then she takes it on like a brush, on an eyeshadow brush. So I'm just gonna do that exact thing. Oh, and this kind of looks like the brush she used in the video, but I'm just gonna take the cream blush on the back of my hand like that. I'm gonna take like that much, and then just go in, because the color is kind of like a bright pink, so I want to make sure I kind of have it close to that color. So what she does, she starts in the middle of the eye, so like right here, and then she kind of like drags it out. So like that, but hers kind of like more darker, so I'm just gonna adjust. I'll come back and see once I do that. Okay, so I'm back with like the base of the eyeshadow. So far it looks good so far, but I'm kind of nervous, but hopefully it'll turn out right. But let's continue.
So I'm going to set that cream blush with a little bit of powder, and then I'm going to add my eyeshadow. I'm only using one. This is a hot pink shadow from the Carnival 3 palette, I think it is, from Be Perfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie. And just adding that right on the lid with a fluffy brush and blending it to the crease and outer corner. And I'm going to also add it to the lower lash line.
Okay, so after she did the cream blush on, she took her powder that she used earlier and she kind of put it over the blush to kind of like set it. So yeah, she took her powder. She didn't say which powder she used, but I'm just gonna take the Laura Mercier one, and then she went over with the eyeshadow from a BH Cosmetics. Okay, so the closest BH palette I have to hers, I have the Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm just gonna use, cause she kind of used like a hot pink type of Barbie color, so I'm just gonna take this one and kind of, yeah, I'm just gonna take this one, or maybe no, that's probably too dark. I'm just gonna take this one and kind of go over where she went over. Where she went over the other areas of the eyeshadow. Okay, I look insane, but hopefully it will come together. But this is me after I did all the layers of the eyeshadow. It looks fairly decent. I might have to go back and clean up under the concealer part, or kind of go over with like some foundation or whatever, but yeah.
I also added a little liner to this look, but instead of using like a liquid liner or a pencil or something like that, I pretty much just used this black eyeshadow from the same palette. This is a really good way to do liner if you're new to makeup. When you use an eyeshadow for your liner, it's way much more forgiving and so much easier, and you have a lot more control over what you're doing. So I'm doing a wing on the outer corner, and I'm gonna add a little baby wing on the inner corner. And then for the waterline, you guys already know, I'm using Be Perfect. I'm laughing because I use this eyeliner like in every single tutorial. It's crazy. But yeah, I love this eyeliner for the waterline. It's just perfect if you're into like a beige or like an off-white. It's their Power Pencil in shade beige, and yeah, I'm just gonna add that there. And I think that's pretty much it. This eye look is like super easy. I'm gonna add some mascara. I use Pat McGrath's Dark Star mascara, and then for my lashes, I'm gonna add that later.
Okay, so she's done with eyeshadow, but I'm gonna go back in with the little cream blush and kind of like clean it up a little bit. And then after that, she took a black eyeshadow and kind of created that cat eye wing where she did the little triangle in the corner and kind of winged it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna come back and see what she does next. Okay, so I am back. I kind of cleaned up everything. I kind of fixed the eyeliner. I kind of fixed my nose contour a little bit, and you know, I just kind of, you know, make sure everything looks like hers. I don't want to like to look sloppy or anything. So I'm gonna see what she does next, and yeah, let's just go from there.
You know, I'm using Be Perfect. I'm laughing because I use this eyeliner like in every single tutorial. It's crazy. But yeah, I love this eyeliner for the waterline. It's just perfect if you're into like a beige or like an off-white. It's their Power Pencil in shade beige, and yeah, I'm just gonna add that there. And I think that's pretty much
okay. And then she took like a white, like off-white eye pencil. I think it was by Peach and Lily, I think. Hold on, let me check. No, it was by BH Cosmetics. It's by BH Cosmetics. Look at their white liner. I have a white liner. I think I'm gonna go grab and find it, but she puts it on her waterline, and then she didn't mention it in the video, but she kind of connected the black eyeshadow and put it like downward to kind of make her eyes look bigger than what they are. So I'm gonna go find the white liner and I'll be right back. Okay, so it turns out I don't have like a white liner, but I'm gonna take my Juvia's Place Word 2 palette, and then I'm just gonna take the white right here. It's kind of like an off-white because some of the eyeshadows got into it, but this is like the off-white closest thing I could find, and then I'm gonna connect the brown, not the brown, but the black eyeshadow. Okay, so I did the little white eyeshadow thing on my waterline and connected the black. I'm gonna see what she does next. And yeah,
with like with highlight anymore, I just gotta keep it super simple, you know, just a little highlight on the nose. Don't forget that you can use eyeshadow for your eye highlight. That's pretty much what I did today. I didn't feel like going to like grab an actual highlighter because I didn't have one close by, so I was like, I'm just gonna use this little eyeshadow from this palette. But I feel like it still turned out super cute. It had a little pink tint to it, so it goes really well with the eyes. And then for blush, you guys already know I love a good peachy blush. It's just like my favorites. Oof, it just makes me so.
Okay, so for mascara, she used the Pat McGrath mascara. I don't have that mascara, but I do have my I have my Essence, the purple mascara one, and I'm just gonna use that instead. Okay, so she ended up using a highlighter. So first she dusted off the bake off her nose, so I'm gonna do that. And then she took an eyeshadow like as her highlight, so like a glitter eyeshadow, and she only used it on like the bridge. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my Beauty Creations Cali Glow highlight palette, and I'm gonna take Malibu and kind of use that as the highlight. I guess, I don't know. And then what else she do? Let me see what else she does.
I use this little eyeshadow from this palette, but I feel like it still turned out super cute. It had a little pink tint to it, so it goes really well with the eyes. And then for blush, you guys already know.
After that, she goes in and takes a powder blush by Milani. I forgot what. I know it's by BH Cosmetics, but I forgot the name of the palette. And she kind of like brought like color to her face again, and then after that she kind of highlighted her beauty marks or created different beauty marks all over her face. So I'm gonna do that with my eyeliner. And yeah, but she ended up using like the, what's it called, the freckle pen, the freckle eyeliner. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna use my eyeliner instead. And yeah. Back from adding my different beauty marks and putting on the blush. I know she used a lot of blush in this video. I did not realize that until like actually doing the makeup, but it's really cute. I really like the look so far. Let me see what she does now.
It's such a good blush palette. I literally use it in every single tutorial because it's that amazing. It just comes with like a ton of cute peachy blushes, and it's adorable. It's such a good palette. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this lip combo because you guys know I love a good nude lip. Yes, it's one of my favorites things to do, and I'm never gonna let it go. I'm sorry. I just love like a good nude lip. So I'm gonna line first. I don't know what liners I used, but I'm pretty sure they're ones that I use all the time. I'll make sure to put them in the description box. But for my lip colors, I used a mixture of Kaleidos Makeup's Lip Cloud Lab Lip Clay in shade Adobe and this new matte lip paint from About Face Cosmetics. I'm only using a little bit of that one because it's very, very lights. Very lights, so just a little bit of that on the center.
Okay, for the lip, she does like a nude lip color, so I don't have anything that's kind of like nude, but I have lip pencils that kind of can go as nude colors, and like a bullet lipstick. Y'all seen me use like this lipstick before, so I'm gonna go in with my NYX Professional lip pencil and espresso to kind of outline, and then I'm gonna go over it with my Essence Stay Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Mad About You, so number 4, and then I'm gonna go on top with the creamier coffee to kind of like balance everything out. So I'm gonna go do that really quick. Okay, so I am back with the lip color. I kind of like the lip color, even though it's like a very nude color. I kind of like it. It's starting to grow on me a little bit. It's not like the best lip combo I've done, but it's starting to grow on me, and I'm starting to like it. It'd be different if the eyeshadow wasn't so like if I did this on a natural day, it would be perfect. So I definitely tried this lip on more like a natural look. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna see what she does next.
So long, but it's so cute. It's from MAC Cosmetics. It's their lip gloss in shade Oyster Girl. Like, this lip gloss used to be like the thing back in the day, and it's just crazy because it still hits. It's such a cute little gloss. Love this. And of course, you don't want to forget your setting spray. I've been loving this one from Benefits. It's their Professional Super Setter setting spray, and that completes this look.
Okay, so after she did her lip combo, she went in and put on her lashes, and then after that she went and put on the lip gloss by MAC Cosmetics. It's their lip gloss called, I think, Oyster Girl or something like that. So I'm gonna go do that really quick. Okay, so I put on the lashes and lip gloss. The lashes, they seem to not want to cooperate today. I don't know why, especially this eye, but it's okay for now. But I'm gonna see what she does next after she does the lashes.
Super Setter setting spray, and that completes this look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's hair and makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay, so afterwards she went in with her Benefit Professional setting spray. I don't have that setting spray, and I kind of ran out of setting spray, I'm gonna be honest. But if I don't have like actual setting spray, I go in with my Thymer's rose water, this one, and I just use this as setting spray. So I'm just gonna go over with this. So I'm gonna see what she does after the setting spray part.
And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment down below, let me know what you think of the look, give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, sending lots of love to you guys, and hopefully I will.
Okay, so that's it. So in the video I'm gonna go change, I'll have my hair down, fix my hair a little bit, change my shirt, and kind of mimic the outfit she has on, and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and with the completed outfit, I have on this dress. It's like the closest thing I can find to what she has on in the video. And then I try to mimic my hair kind of like hers. I know her hair is curly in the video, but I can't do that. But I know she had a middle part. My hair didn't want me to be great, so
that avocado.
I ended up just doing a simple side part and put the rest to the back like this. And then And yeah, and so far I love the look and how everything turned out. I was kind of iffy a little bit, but honestly I like how everything turned out. It looks very like watercolor. I know that's kind of like weird, but the eyeshadow looks very like watercolor. I don't know, like a watercolor, like summery type vibe. But yeah, honestly I love how everything turned out. And yeah, all the products she used, and like the skincare wise before like the makeup was good. I feel hydrated. My skin doesn't feel like dry or anything. That's the one thing I was worried about because of the baking on the nose. I do get like kind of dry in those areas, but so far I don't feel dry or anything like crusting up or anything, so it's really good. And yeah, I overall like the tutorial and I like everything about it. And yeah, okay, so that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and comment below some other beauty adjacent or beauty YouTubers tutorials I should follow. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.